Make yourself comfortable in the presence of the Lord. It is a wonderful day again in the presence of the Lord. The love of God never departs from his people. He always unconscious of his people. No matter any critical situation that come up, the Lord protects his people. Out of love, he sent his prophet this month. Go and tell my people, there must be a restoration of legacy in your life and family. The prophet has spoken the word the Lord have given to him. Only if you can grab the word and keep it in your heart and expand it, you will see the Lord is seeking for you to rise up and restore that glory back in your family. What I want to speak today, the restoration of legacy in our family. Many have lost their own glory. Every family has the glory that the Lord bestowed in their life. About few hours now, the Lord has used his prophet to address his family, so that you will focus and restore that glory back in your family. The crisis we are facing is from our family. If only you can train your children well, the mistake your own father have done, that in your own time, I will never do that the same mistake. Watch all his instruction is to make sure that the legacy must continue. The good legacy of the Lord in our life. The Ichabod, which is the glory, have departed. Let's see the Holy Book. First Samuel chapter 4 from 20 to 22. I read for the church. And about the time of her death, the woman that stood beside her said unto her, Fear not, for thou hast borne a son. But she answered not, neither did she regarded it. And she named the child Ichabod, saying, The glory is departed from Israel, because the ark of God was taken, and because of her father-in-law and her husband. And he said, The glory is departed from Israel, for the ark of God is taken. The Bible story is telling us about a woman that about to deliver a child, and he received sad news that the ark of God have been taken away from them. This is a woman that have conscience, and he died because the glory, the protection of Israel have been taken away. So many of our family, the glory, the Shekinah that the Lord has put in our family have been hijacked by demons due to the ignorance of our forefathers. They exchanged it with demons, all for the sake of their land. And we are bearing their iniquity. We are bearing the punishment. If you continue the Bible story, a child was born in that community, like you, called David, who began to search, why did this community are keep on suffering like this? There is a problem. Why are your family are keep on struggling of premature death, of hardship, of disappointment? Seek, you will see why you were born in your family. You were not born in that family by mistake. You were born to restore the glory of God in your family. The ark of God was taken away, but David stood up and fight and make sure that the ark of God was restored back in the land of Israel. Life, peace, unity reign in the midst again. You were born like a David in your family to restore the glory of God back to your family. First, the Lord gave David an assignment. Which assignment? He began to gather the flocks. And the Lord watched in his heart how he gathered an animal. If I make this man king, he will gather my people. That business you are doing, that family, that glory of your family, which is the Spirit of God, will rest upon you so that you will have the wisdom, ideas, strategies to restore that glory back in your family. Never neglect any business you are doing. Never neglect any of your career, no matter how little it is. The Lord will use you to raise it up in order to restore his glory back to your family. Some of your family have been mocked, but the Lord bring you to that family to restore that glory back. If you can watch, the spirituality of the throne of Eliah is to restore back of the glory of the Lord in our family. Watch all the instruction of our spiritual director. So many years from the 2018, which I know I joined, all his instruction is to make sure that the glory will be restored back. His life is a complete memorial to our generation that will never be forgotten, both in Aba and abroad. The glory want to be hijacked from Aba. He said no and stood up and make sure he restored this temple back to Abia State. We may not understand, but sit down and watch or calculate the spiritual realm. You will see we are the peaceful state all over the 36 states of Nigeria. There is a pioneer there. In the Holy Book, the Lord said, I sought for a man I couldn't see none, who will stand for the gap for me. He stood for the gap for Abia State. He made sure, even the father lineage want to close, but he stood, said no. At least whenever you enter to their family, you must surely remember him. Because he has stood to make sure he restored that glory back. The Lord wants you to stood up. As he has promised you in Psalm 32 verse 8, he said, I will instruct you. I will teach you the way you should go. And I will give you advice with my eyes upon you. Be I it a man, any glory in any family, have something to avoid. In your own nature, you may avoid not to have any friends, so that you will not be distracted to your destiny. You may be avoid, send, at least in occasion. You must not appear in any occasion. You don't need to be traveling anyhow. So that you will gather yourself in order to know what next to do. May the Lord grant you the grace for you to restore the glory, the honor of your family and your community in Jesus' name. Celebrate Jesus. Celebrate.